They believe the world, and particularly the Judeo-Christian West, is in a crisis. The crisis both of our church, a crisis of our faith, a crisis of the West, and a crisis of capitalism. We're at the very beginning stages of a global conflict. We are children of that barbarity. This will be looked at as almost a new dark age.
This is what we commonly call a focus group. We're going to be talking about documentaries and news and a little bit about politics, nothing real scientific. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to be showing you some video clips, and I want to get your reactions.
This Congress is different, and the main reason is one party has a supermajority. They can just do anything they want. They don't have to ask permission from anybody. And so consequently, you've got a few people who are making the decisions for all of America.
So, what's your first reaction? What do you think?
Were they comparing Democrats to T-Rexes?
Well, I don't know. Were they?
I mean, I think...
Dinosaur, Nancy Pelosi. Do I need to say more?
Is that what they were trying to say?
Do I need to say more?
I am not voting for President Obama. That much I do know.
He's done a lousy job. He didn't make good on any of his promises. Smoke and mirrors.
Farther and farther in debt.
Deficit is going up.
I'm so disappointed.
I expected a lot more.
I fear for my children.
The man with the biggest stick determines who lives and who dies. When Nietzsche famously declared that God is dead, all hell broke loose. And the end result is this place, Auschwitz.
Stop raping
Hey, I'm here with Steve Bannon, who is the writer and director of The Undefeated. How do you determine which issues are most relevant?
I tell filmmakers, particularly young filmmakers, you've got to find a topic that you're so passionate about, because it's going to take you basically a year of your life to work on any film. You have to get it down on paper. You have to beat out the story.
It is a 2-hour film. Real Clear Politics refers to it as a sweeping 2-hour epic. Big music, big video, it's 1,600 images.
I make films I think of the highest artistic quality.
I'm not looking to be even-handed when I do these.
What I've tried to do is weaponize film.
People were greedy in the 1950s, they were greedy in the 1970s, the 1990s. Why should greed suddenly, in this decade, have caused a problem?
They glorify these violent people who have historically, factually been violent.
Men no longer have a sense of chivalry. They watch Sarah Palin get attacked, and they just kind of whimper and,
European-style culture of social democracy, with its unlimited government, with its managed corporations, and its emphasis on income equality.
We're about to go over the cliff.
Healthcare reform.
Debt crisis.
Sexual innuendos.
This is America's fight.
I was following, but I wasn't following at the same time. It kind of lost me with cupcakes and donuts, and I was just like, okay.
I remembered seeing Schindler's List in the theater after seeing this.
Okay, yeah. Anybody else?
I did not like the comparison to the World Trade Center and the Holocaust.
The beast fed off mankind's dark side, his fears, his prejudices, his ancient hatreds, reaching out, first to convert, then turning in to destroy.
I feel like you're using a lot of really horrible imagery to make me feel like I must believe in like
bombing people and killing people.
It was really, really creepy. If the guy was going for creepy, he did it, okay?
Stop raping people! Stop raping the people!
I was like scared. I was like almost about to close my eyes.
I'm not sure what the point of it was. If the point was to shock, yeah, I was shocked. But to what end?
The editing was horrible, the shots were horrible, the distortions were extremely distorted. That was Breitbart all through the movie. He's been dead quite a while now too, by the way.
That's what they got out of all the blood, sweat, tears, and rapes.
I want to bring up Steve Bannon to help frame what this film is going to be about.
We're at a war. This is a war film. I mean, this film is going to be the equivalent of seeing Lawrence, Kansas, and bloody Kansas in the Civil War. This will be very intense. There's a lot of violence. There's tremendous vulgarity. It's a scary film.
Steve Bannon, the new voice for Breitbart.com. How can we all be Breitbart right now?
The White House now says that Bannon will sit on the National Security Council.
It's a breathtaking rise.
Bannon is emerging as a controversial figure. Some of his moves telling the press to, quote, shut their mouths.
He's been called a white supremacist, a racist, an anti-Semite.
He played a key role in the president's controversial travel ban.
It's not only not going to get better, it's going to get worse every day. You think they're going to give you your country back without a fight, you are sadly mistaken.
I don't hear any happy clappy. The world is at war all over the place. 2 million immigrants from Muslim countries since 9/11. 2 million. Why even let them in? We are a country without honor right now. Do you understand that we are a country without honor? I want everybody in this audience to embrace that. You've got nowhere to hide that.
This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
By the way, just to fill you in, those were all clips created by Steve Bannon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope this was reasonably entertaining, and you guys were great. Thank you.
I thought it was entertaining. I like those dinosaurs.
I like the dinosaurs.
Big fan of Jurassic Park.
I was confused by that.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
CNN breaking news. President Trump's chief strategist, Steve Bannon, is now out.
Bannon, who does not suffer from low self-esteem, let's just say, told a reporter, quote, I feel jacked up. Now I'm free.
Is this a fair statement? Is Steve Bannon declaring war on the establishment?
100%.
I've got my hands back on my weapons. Someone said, it's Bannon the barbarian. I'm definitely going to crush the opposition.
That's when I left the White House. The American people, they know the urgency out there on the economic hate crimes.
There's no doubt I build an effing machine at Breitbart, and now I'm about to go back knowing what I know, and we're about to rev that machine up.
It's a new game in town. We're going to cut off the oxygen. We're going after these guys tooth and nail. Nobody's safe. We're coming after all of them, and we're going to win.
Street fighter Steve Bannon.